This is the Health Rebels podcast hosted by me, Steve Hicks. I have over a decade of experience as a personal trainer, and during that time, I have watched the smartest fitness advice fail people because we keep thinking that health and fitness is an individual's problem. The reality is there are forces all around us that are constantly pushing us to a default of being unhealthy and unhappy. To become truly healthy and happy, we have to rebel against those forces. So if you're ready to steal back control over your health and happiness, join me as we strip away the nonsense and show you the simple, healthy habits that will transform you into a health rebel. Let's dive into today's episode. There is a leader in the fitness industry who is a trainer to the trainers. Now, he doesn't physically train people, he doesn't make workout programs for people, but he teaches trainers how to be trainers. He teaches trainers how to be better professionals. And I was interacting with him the other day, and we were talking about some of the symptoms of the fitness industry, and I said the worst symptom of the fitness industry is ostrich syndrome. A lot of personal trainers, in my experience and in my observations, are suffering from ostrich syndrome. They haven't looked around and they haven't seen the realities around them. And worse, they don't know why they are physically fit. They don't know why they are successful. And because of that, a lot of clients that hire personal trainers are also struggling to be successful because they haven't unlocked what it is that truly helps people be successful. Now, what I think is really helping people be successful is some people are putting themselves in the state of thrive, in a thrive mode, while the rest of people are stuck in a survival mode. Now, I was talking with one of my clients about this, that a lot of personal trainers do not understand the advantages that personal trainers have. Look, the reality is a personal trainer's life is catered to being successful, is catered to making health and fitness easy, to making it put on autopilot, to make it just a sure thing. A personal trainer is doing a lot of things on accident, and most of the time we're not even aware of what it is we're doing. But golly darn, we are confident in this one exact workout program that we are shoving down your throat. And realistically, that program probably doesn't mean a damn thing. Realistically, that exact workout method doesn't mean a damn thing towards your success. What often happens is there's a lot of things running in the background that are pushing personal trainers into a thrive mode where their body is able to make the adaptations and the changes to get them the results that they want. And so I was talking with my client about this, and I was sharing one of the big things that we do is we're just on our feet a lot. We walk around a lot with clients. We're handing people dumbbells. We're moving all day long. We're constantly moving. And like I had mentioned, let me backtrack a little bit. We're constantly moving, and if you were to put a pedometer on a personal trainer, really, it's not hard for a personal trainer on most days to get 16,000 steps or more. Get 16,000 steps or more. And what I find was with my working professionals, with my clients that are accountants or computer software engineers or work in reception or do secretarial work or somehow have an office job, man, it's 6,000 is kind of pushing it for a lot of people. It's kind of pushing the norms. So you look at the personal trainer that's averaging 16,000 and they have clients that are averaging 6,000 steps. There is a significant difference there. Personal trainers' lifestyles are constantly moving, constantly active. And like we discussed, when a rebel discusses activity, it's not about burning calories, it's not about burning fat. Activity is about signaling positive messages to the body. And with a personal trainer's lifestyle that is so active, we're constantly signaling positive adaptations to our body all day long. we're constantly sending signals that put us into a thrive state. But that's not the only way, right? So we are non-sedentary individuals. That is thrive mode. We're also constantly engaged in one of our deepest hobbies. Nobody got into personal training on accident, right? Personal trainers love exercise, love fitness, right? And being able to share that hobby, share that passion with other people is really fulfilling, really gratifying. But we also participate in it on a regular basis. We're constantly participating in our hobbies that make us happy. You know what that means for personal trainers' stress levels? All the time, I used to ask my clients on a scale of 1 to 10, where's your stress at today? And they were constantly in like a 7 or an 8 or a 9. What's your stress level at right now? On a scale of 1 to 10, how stressful is your day? And look, if we were to flip that question back to me and ask me during my personal training days, on a scale of 1 to 10, how stressful was my day? And I'm like, dude, I don't even know what stress means. Like, is 0 an option? Maybe a 1? Like, I don't know. I'm not stressed at all. And we talked in a couple episodes ago in the stress and the stress management component about how stress is that trigger between short-term survival or long-term survival, between survival or thrive, between survive or thrive. And personal trainers, man, they do not have the stress to be triggering their sympathetic nervous system. They're constantly in a parasympathetic state. They're constantly in an adaptive state. Their body is constantly making improvements because they don't have stress. And they're not, I don't know if they're really aware of that because of their engagement with hobbies, because of their more relaxed work environments. Stress really isn't a thing. Because of their engagement with hobbies, we don't have stress. We're not stressed out. We're constantly in a thrive state. And then obviously being in a gym, most of our meals are fairly visible with health fanatics. So most of the food that we eat is usually really healthy, nutritious, pre-planned food, intentional, healthy food that is balanced, that is nutritious, that is focused on the fruits and vegetables, that's focused on getting a lot of good nutrients in. We're putting in a lot of good resources into our body that allows our body to thrive. A lot of other people are kind of eating grab-and-go meals, right? Or if you're not focusing on your nutrition, you're stressing out the body. You might not have the right resources for the body to make adaptations, and it's having to repurpose things, and it's stressed out. Maybe you're on a restrictive diet, and you're just kind of in a starve mode. You're famine, you're famished, and your body's stressed out about where energy's coming from. Right? A lot of people are creating stress in their body based on nutrition. But personal trainers are constantly eating well, constantly taking care of themselves. They're not worried about their body composition in a neurotic fashion, so they're not worried about their food, and that's allowing them to be, by nutrition, in a thrive state. Right? So there's a lot of things that personal trainers are doing naturally, without effort, without awareness, that puts them in a thrive state. And I think it's this presence in a thrive state that is far more meaningful towards people's long-term success. Now, unfortunately, when you ask personal trainers how to be successful, they're going to give you a very precise workout. They'll give you a very precise nutrition plan. And they'll tell you that that is the method with which you're successful. But I'm going to tell you that it's what we don't see. It's when we have our heads stuck in the sand, when we're unable to see the world around us. A goldfish has no understanding of what water is. It's all around it. It's all encompassing. It's hard to perceive water when that's all that you've ever known. And personal trainers are in this state, are in this fishbowl of thrive mode, and it's hard to perceive if that's all you've ever known. And so a lot of the fitness advice that we're giving people is, unfortunately, misinformed. We're not aware of what's causing our success, and we're not able to share that with people. And that's why I'm so excited about the holistic wheel and being able to talk to people about stress management, being able to talk about people in a rebel fashion where exercise is not about punishment, it's not about stressing the body, it's not about pushing the body. It's about putting yourself into a thrive state, right? And I can talk about nutrition as if it's resources that put you into a thrive state. I talk about sleep and the restorative nature of sleep and how sleep puts you into a thrive state. Look, the exact methods, I hate to say this, as a coach, the exact methods probably don't matter. The exact methodology, the exact workout, the exact diet plan, the exact nutrition, the exact sleep methods, the exact PM routine doesn't matter as much as whether it puts you into a thrive state or a survive state. That's why in the Rebel Oath, the second portion of the Rebel Oath talks about energized through healthy habits. When you're in a thrive state, you have high energy. We can use that part of the Rebel Oath to determine whether you're in a thrive state or a survive state. Let me make it perfectly clear, if it hasn't been in the last 10 minutes. You must be in a thrive state to be successful with your fitness goals. Most people who are successful have accidentally put themselves in a thrive state and have not been aware of that. To be successful, you must do the things that individually put you into a thrive state. And if you are unsure of what those things may be, obviously listen to the podcast some more. Maybe go back and rewatch a couple of the old episodes. There's a lot of tips that I've been dropping along the way. But if you want to go more in depth, if you want some support as you try to put yourself into a thrive state more throughout the day and more throughout your life so that you can have those positive adaptations, that's what coaching is all about. That's what coaching is all about. It's about helping guide you towards picking the right methodology, towards sustaining the right healthy habits that ultimately put you into a thrive state far more than a survive state so that you can be successful. And so that is really, I think, why a lot of people have gone to personal trainers and not been successful. Because it's hard for personal trainers to know why they're successful, because they haven't looked around and seen the circumstances that have put them into a thrive state. But now that you and I have the power of observation, now that you and I can see how they're just wandering in this wonderland of thrive, we can focus on putting ourselves there, can't we? And that's what you should do. And that's what I want you to do. That's all I want you to think. How is your balance between thrive and survive? I'm curious. If you're in the Facebook group, let me know. And hey, you know what to do. Until I see you again, until I talk to you tomorrow, keep the oath. Hey, thanks for listening to that episode of the Health Rebels podcast. Before you run off, I want to let you know about a free resource available for you. I do have a free Facebook community where I do daily live chats with other health rebels, provide more information, host group challenges, provide support, and just generally try to put more positivity on your newsfeed instead of the typically toxic political hate that we get surrounded by already. If you're not already in the Health Rebels Training Camp Facebook group, I'll tell you what, I'll sweeten the deal. When you join the Facebook group, I'll send you a free digital copy of my Health Rebels Pocketbook Guide. This little book highlights some of the hidden forces that have conspired against our health and happiness and gives you 2 powerful tools to fight back. You can join the Health Rebels Training Camp group by visiting www.facebook.com/groups/health-rebels. That's an S after both groups and health rebels. Or by checking out the show notes. You can also search on Facebook for Health Rebels Training Camp. I hope to see you inside.